Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to you. I'm Evan Irani with your CBS 8 Plus extended forecast on a pretty mild start to the work week. We just wrapped up a fantastic weekend where temperatures were mostly in the 60s and 70s. We're continuing on that trend as we head into this week. So take a look at your Monday afternoon high temperatures. Pretty pleasant along the coastline. A little bit cooler when you're not under the direct sunlight. So might want to grab the jacket as you head out the door, not only because of those cold overnight lows, but also because by the afternoon, 66 degrees from Carlsbad and Del Mar can still lead to some chilly conditions out there if you don't have that sun exposed. When we look at your inland valleys, we're warming up by about 10 degrees compared to those coastal communities. 75 in Ramona and El Cajon, 71 for Alpine and Campo, 73 for Escondido and Poway. Looking good this afternoon. Those temperatures are still above average. Important to recognize that we're holding on to some warmth out there. When we look at the next several days, we've got some changes in store as offshore Santa Ana winds start to develop. So onshore flow is the prominent direction of wind for now. Those winds will start to shift offshore beginning tomorrow, and that's going to lead to our next Santa Ana wind event. So we are watching for 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, especially across our inland valleys and our mountains. Deserts are going to be pretty intense as well going into Tuesday afternoon. We'll watch for a pickup in that intensity as we go into Wednesday afternoon. So take a look at how intense Wednesday gets. Pine Valley, 47 miles per hour. Palomar Mountain, 36. So there are going to be some spots that could easily clock in upwards of 40 miles per hour, closer to 50, and that's going to be the most intense that we're expected to see going into Wednesday afternoon. Winds start to die down as we head through Wednesday and into Thursday. We'll mainly be picking up on northerly winds at that point. Because of the intensity of this wind and because of how dry it has been out there, we've got a high wind watch that's going to take effect starting at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. It'll last through 4 a.m. on Thursday. So this is Tuesday evening through Thursday morning, showing that prominent, most intense day of wind is going to be Wednesday, but you'll start to likely feel it either tonight if you're across the deserts or tomorrow if you're in any part of the county. We're going to watch for that as a watch for now, but it is likely to be upgraded to a high wind warning as that wind event begins. We talked about how high our fire danger is. That's because we've seen almost no rain in the last several months. Take a look. San Diego to Oceanside to Ramona, only a few hundredths, if not a few tenths of an inch, very low on what we compare to normal. Since October 1st, we've only seen 1/100th of an inch at Oceanside Airport. That's over a 3-inch deficit in some cases toward Ramona, about a 4-inch deficit of rain just in the last about 3 months. So we could really use some additional rain totals, but sadly we have none in sight. 7-day forecast, even our extended 10-day models point to dry skies. We don't see any big onslaught of rain. Temperatures even along the coast could make their way to the low 70s by Wednesday afternoon, cooling down just a hair as the rest of the week comes about. Inland valleys have 70s in play through Thursday, and then we'll slide to the 60s for Friday through Sunday or so. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies expected each day. Overnight lows starting to get a little chilly at times, especially toward those mountains and deserts. I mean, you look at those 30s and in some cases upper 20s for the mountains overnight, and you'll feel the cold out there. 67 this afternoon, drops down to 59 tomorrow. So as those winds shift offshore, the mountains and deserts will lose a lot of their warmth, and those temperatures will slide. Once that Santa Ana wind event comes to a close on Thursday, those temperatures start to regain some normalcy, back to the mid-60s by the weekend across the mountains. The deserts are going to drop down to the 60s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then likely be back in the 70s by Saturday. Under partly cloudy skies, they'll also be looking at some cold overnight lows in the 40s and even down to the 30s at times. You can keep up to date with the latest. Remember that those winds are going to be very intense, so we'll be keeping track of them not only throughout the afternoon, but toward our evening shows as well. For all the latest and watching shows on demand, you can download our free streaming channel at CBS 8 Plus. You can find it on Roku TV, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. And in the meantime, we hope you all had a great weekend and are starting off this first full week of 2025 well. Have a good one.